Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is CJ. Gonna give you guys an update on my Multibar Angelfish. I'm gonna give you everything you need to know, so that way you may have a chance of keeping these guys. Now, this guy's been in my system a little over a week. I would say he's roughly around 3.5 inches. And I always make sure I try to document my fish in my tank, because in this hobby, nothing's guaranteed, and you never know when the last time you may see something. Now, from my understanding with doing a little research, these guys usually are shipped from 4 different locations. The Philippines, Marshall Island, Indonesia, and Christmas Island, I believe. And there's varying levels of success with keeping these guys. They are definitely classified as a difficult fish because of the finicky eating habits and just because of how stressed they normally are from the trip. Now, these guys normally max out around 4.5 or 5 inches. And in my opinion, I'll still put that in the category of a dwarf angelfish, so you can keep them in smaller tanks. Now, as far as compatibility, me personally, I haven't noticed any issues with this guy in my flame angel. But every fish is different. Every fish has a different personality. As far as eating, they eat small, meaty foods. They do, pick on algae, sponges. When they are eating, and they are pretty easy to keep. Now, you definitely want to add these guys to a well-established reef tank. My tank, I would say, is coming close to that at being 9 months old. Definitely lots of algae, lots of things for this guy to pick at. But that's only half the battle with these fish. Now, I can definitely confirm this guy's status as being a finicky eater. I've definitely put a lot of effort into getting him to eat, between soaking food in garlic from mysis, frozen mysis, to Reef Frenzy Nano, to New Life Spectrum pellets soaked in garlic, to nori sheets. Everything I offered, this guy just looked at like it was nothing he wanted or was interested in. He did peck at the rocks for the entire time, but that brings us to the biggest problem that I have, and the biggest piece of advice I can give you guys in the hobby, anyone that's new thinking about adding a fish to your tank. Now, besides the obvious things, looking at a fish, making sure it's in good health, no ick spots, nothing showing that any physical signs of trouble. The biggest thing I can give you, especially if you're thinking about picking up one of these guys specifically, is making sure that he eats. And now, when I say make sure that he eats, I don't mean go to the fish store and say, hey, look at that fish. That's a nice fish. Is that guy eating? The fish guy's going to be like, yeah, he's eating. He's perfectly fine. Go ahead and take him. Not that. That's not going to work in this hobby. When I say make sure he eats, that means make the LFS, make the fish store, feed the fish in front of you. Ask how long the fish has been in the store. If it's been in the store for a day or two, don't pick him up. And if he's definitely not accepting food that they are offering him, which is more than likely the food that you have in your own tank or available, do not buy the fish. Me personally, my eyes got too big and kind of got the best of me and went against my better judgment. This guy was shipped in, and he couldn't have been in the store for a couple of days. And, I was told he was eating, but I didn't witness it. So the moral of this story, not to have it drag out too long, especially if you have plans on keeping one of these multibars or any of those expert level or difficult fish to keep that are finicky eaters, definitely make sure he's eating before you take him out of the pet store, and try to avoid getting fish that have just arrived at the pet store. Think about it. Just got off a plane, boat, just got finished getting netted, caught out of the ocean. They're severely stressed, and that's going to limit your chances for success. Now, me personally, I'm going to take this as a great learning experience. This is the first time I've ever witnessed a fish basically starve itself to death in my tank, and it's something I'm definitely not going to go through again. I can promise you that. This is the hard truth, with keeping multibar angels or any difficult fish that's finicky. Do your homework, take your precautions. So, with that being said, the reef's going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep you guys updated. So definitely like, comment, subscribe. Hey, you guys do what y'all do. Happy reefing. Y'all be easy.